All right, and so in theory I like that. I'm not much of a fan as to the timing of the rotation. So I believe what I'm going to do is I will select my rotation keyframes, and I'll come to animation and I'll apply an easy ease to those as well. And we should get something that looks a little nicer. All right, so I like that bobbing and I like that rocking. So now I'll just select all my keyframes, both the position and the rotation, and I'll copy those. And then I will paste them and expand the duration of my timeline. I'll also take off those the rendering constraint so that the full 8 seconds renders out here. All right, now 8 seconds is a long time for somebody to be drinking some soda. I think that we can clearly establish that right around 3 seconds. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and click on this little graphical box that represents the duration of pose A on the timeline. And I'll mouse over to where my cursor changes from the regular pointer to a little arrow that indicates both left and right simultaneously. If I hold down Shift and drag that over, it should snap to the position of my timeline indicator. Now I'll go ahead and turn on pose B, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have pose B turn on, or basically start where pose A ends, so that we snap between those. All right, if I do a RAM preview, actually before I do the RAM preview, I'm also going to parent pose B to our null object. And now that, that rocking and bobbing animation should be uninterrupted, regardless of having switched between two different assets in our timeline. I'm also going to grab the fishing pole and move it above pose B. Now, like pose B, we really shouldn't see that fishing pole artwork until that 3-second mark when it's going to be yanked out of its hands. So let's go ahead and animate this now. And since the fishing pole is getting yanked out rather abruptly, it actually probably shouldn't be visible for too many frames. I'm thinking somewhere in the ballpark of maybe 5. So let's set a position keyframe, come over 5 frames, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and move the position on the y-axis just until we're all the way out of frame.